going today. There were some tech problems. So anyway, here we are, and I have some questions for you. Do you have a strong connection to your spirit? Is your spiritual nature guiding your life? Or is it someplace that you relate to as a place to visit? You can gain a deeper appreciation for everything in life when you give your spirit the authority to be the director. Rather than being a passenger, when your spirit is the driver, you will have a more rewarding destination. Your own deepest knowing is right there, waiting for you to connect with it, so that it can give you the information that will be so valuable to you. Yet, taking the time to create and nurture a deep connection with your spiritual nature takes commitment. It takes doing. It takes time. The forest is a place that has plenty of time. All around are magnificent beings who have stood in one place their whole lives and who have much wisdom to share with us by their example. Each one, each tree, each bush is a unique expression of its own location. Working with what it has, it responds to and communicates the messages of the elements. They're not rushing off to do something. Trees are wise. They have everything to offer to us. When you take the time to really nourish your spirit, you will be a stronger and wiser person, and everything in your life will get better. People who take the time to nourish a deep connection with their spiritual nature are better able to weather stress of life, and somehow they manage to get more done too. A deep wellspring of happiness lies within you, waiting to be discovered. Have you heard the story of the Thousand Cranes meditation? It's a traditional Japanese meditation that is used to help people who are having severe problems, and also as a meditation for longevity and wealth. Some time ago, I was having some very severe health problems and deeply stressed. I wondered what I could do to change the experience that I was having, to find a more cheerful and hopeful way of going through what I was experiencing. I remembered having seen a mobile made out of the paper cranes at someone's house. I decided I would give it a try. Over the course of about 2 years, I made 2 paper cranes a day during a time that I set aside in the middle of the day to focus on getting better. Each fold was made with the best precision I could bring to it. Each fold was a conscious letting go of something that I brought to my attention and allowed to pass through me so that I could go on to something that I would enjoy more. During this time, I made about 1,500 paper cranes, and I strung them into a mobile that I put where I can see it every day. I'm happy to say that I am now well. Of course, I did many other things to accomplish the cure, yet the anchoring of the crane meditation was key in keeping my attention focused and my momentum going. I told this story to a friend whose father was very ill. She was quite worried about him and went to visit him and stayed with him in the hospital where he was for a couple of months. She had to wear protective clothing and a mask since he needed that type of protection. He was in an intensive care ward or intensive care private. She's an avid and expert knitter, and yet she had to leave the yarn outside. So she made paper birds for him. Every day she sat with her father and made paper birds. He enjoyed them very much and began to cheer up. He started giving them to the doctors and nurses. The room was filling up with birds. He continued to get better. She kept making birds. He cheered up more. He got even better as he cheered up those around him with giving them the gifts of the birds. Now he is cured and back at home again. When she told me this story, I was quite moved by the idea that the spirit that had guided me in my cure had moved through my friend and me in order to help this man. It's an example of what can happen when you plug into the deep current of spirituality that underlies everything that we see, hear, feel, know, and live in our lives. We each have far more going on than we are aware of in our day-to-day lives. It's so easy to forget the deep connections of spirit in the modern way of thought and of living. It's important to reconnect. Here in Big Sur, in the wild, you can visit at my place in the wild area at Big Sur Retreat Camp, and I will offer you the support and help to dive deep into your own spiritual nature, to experience the grand unfolding of the treasures that lie within you, to connect with the deepest power of the Spirit here in this world as it stretches through us and through all things into the cosmos. I hope that you will take the opportunity to get to know how beautiful this can be. Get in touch with me and let's get started planning a place and a time and an experience for you that will be so nourishing, that will allow you to unfold, to experience your own deepest knowing, to connect in a way that has the power and the wonder and the truth that only nature can give to us. Visit at bettyofbigsur.com. There you'll find more information about what this unique location has to offer. You have an opportunity to start a conversation with me, and let's plan something wonderful together. Click on the blue Retreat Camp checklist button, and let's get started planning something wonderful. I look forward to talking with you. Have a beautiful day. As you can see, Jasper has been enjoying the broadcast as well. He was not happy and having not been included, and so he came along for the ride. All right, well, I'll talk to you again soon, I hope. Have a wonderful time in your life, and let's get in touch. Let's work on it. Your spirit is calling to you. Many blessings.